Oh,
I think Kellen's going entirely off of phone audio.
You're recording. Wow.
Fucking.
It's we got a guy again. We keep getting guys.
It's me.
We keep getting guys.
Well, technically, my gender preference as I've assigned recently is no, thank you.
Yeah. I like that.
So it's like, just right down the middle. Couldn't give a shit. Don't feel like a guy. Don't feel like a girl. Don't feel like anything.
There you go.
All good. Just right down the middle.
I just call everybody they them now because I'll never be wrong.
That's true.
And then I have a friend whose pronouns are yes. So if you call them any pronoun, you're fine. That's cool.
Cool.
I'm like,
cool.
That's pretty awesome.
I always thought it'd be funny to do like my pronouns are der, die, das. You have to use German pronouns for me only.
Everything else.
But the Nazis kept doing that. So
yeah, they're bad.
Yeah, kind of. Maybe a little. I've heard.
The jury's out according to QAnon. So
those guys know what they're talking about too. They do great research. Have you seen it? I haven't, but like I've heard.
I've heard they have documents, some form or another, but they've got them.
It proves they're crisis actors. I saw someone saying that kid on TikTok singing a song about corn was actually seated by the corn lobby, and I think it's true. I think it's absolute. That kid's a crisis actor. Like Monsanto told that kid to sing that.
Oh, I love low rent conspiracy theories.
Oh yeah,
It's
like moths. No,
Sorry,
go ahead. You're our guest.
No. You said moths, and now I want you to finish the sentence.
Moths are pushing mothballs because they don't actually work. They just like the smell. That's.
It's just like weed for moths, and this is their stealthy way of distributing.
It's moth nap, like cat nap.
Moth nip. Yeah.
I was in a band called Moth Nip. We all had, moth piercings.
Were you actually in a band called Moth Nip, or are you fucking?
I was not. Anytime I read a phrase, I just go, I was in a band called that in high school. And everybody goes, you should start a podcast. So I did.
That's one of my favorite jokes to do is just, oh, that's what they called me in high school. Also, my like number one thing on Twitter, big on Twitter, got like 100 followers, big time. My favorite thing to do is just tweet blank is a great band name or a great drag name. And yeah. I think my favorite one that I've got dibs on is Wet Denim. It's a great band name.
Ooh, that is a good one.
A bad name. All of those songs would be uncomfortably sexy. Like you're into it, but you're not happy with it.
Right.
Like wearing wet denim.
I have a one up for you. Wet Denim and the Chafing. Throwing it up there.
God damn, that's good.
Feel free to tweet that. That is open source comedy. No, I think that's our generation's dad joke. Like last generation didn't know that what they said all the time was going to be dad jokes, but I think our generation's dad jokes are definitely going to be, oh, that'd be a great drag name, or oh, that'd be a great band name, or
100%.
What was
that's
it?
what they called me in high school. So Kelly, how you doing, man?
Podcast? I don't know. I work for sports. It's fucked up. We both work for the big network doing like sports highlights and montages and shit.
Oh, shit.
And I started doing that right after we got off the movie. Avery and I were crew members on the blockbuster hit of 2019. The Girls of... Nope, not that one that you just Googled. Not the second result either. I think it's the third one down.
Directed by John D. Hancock, my directing mentor. Love him.
Absolutely no fucking way that's his name.
That's his name, John Hancock. John D. Hancock. He directed a movie. He directed a horror movie in the, I'm not going to say a decade because I'm going to be wrong and it's going to offend somebody just because.
Oh, we do that here. You're fine.
Okay, cool. So it was like the 70s or 80s, one of the two.
Was it Ash versus the Evil Dead?
No,
Is he Sam Raimi?
Even better, it was called Let's Scare Jessica to Death.
Paramount Pictures presents Let's Scare Jessica to Death.
Right.
No absolute fucking way.
Which, as a title, fucking rules.
Two demons like putting down a bong and going like, "I what do you want to do? We're not doing anything."
Guys, we gotta.
We can't just keep sitting here smoking all day. We got to do something. Well, what if we just do like the bare minimum so it seems like we did some. Hey, what's your name? Jessica?
Why have you been following me? What's the matter with her?
She knows who killed that man.
That's Jessica to death.
We got this.
We're spectral beings. The ghost the smoke just goes right through. No, man.
I can't get high.
And that's why they're mean all the time. That's why they're demons, because they can't get high. If I could just calm down, I would quit being such a dick.
Demons are narked by force, and that's why they're so pissed all the time.
Yeah, all demons are bastards. Hey, Dab. I'm going to watch that tonight. Hang on, I'm going to
take a dab. You guys want me to take a dab?
Sure. It'll up our viewership. Hang on. I'm looking up. I'm sitting in front of my TV, so I'm looking this up right now. What was the name of it again? Let's Scare Jessica to Death?
Yes. Perfect. See, it's such a great title. You remembered it instantly.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, though, yeah, kind of.
Horror film co-written and directed by John Hancock.
Look who the other writer was.
Probably Tori.
Probably Dorothy.
It popped up immediately.
Yeah, dude. It's got like a cult following.
I think MST3K might have done it.
I should watch that.
Yeah, I would watch
that.
It's
got a 6.4 on IMDb. That's not awful.
It's not.
It's not
I'm
good.
telling you, man. This is a watchable movie.
It doesn't look bad.
What was its rating?
IMDb 6.4.
Girls of Summer's 5.0.
Oh.
Hey, it's above 5. That's still watchable.
I wouldn't have rated it that highly, frankly. Only one of the promo pictures. That's weird. One of the promo pictures is Jeff looking like he's dead of alcohol because he's a good actor.
Are there any pictures like behind the scenes of us on set for that on IMDb?
On IMDb, I'm trying to find other behind the scenes one and see who else is in them.
Memory lane.
There are a lot of pictures of the sex scene that's not even in the movie.
Holy shit. Dude, I remember setting up Video Village in the bathroom of that tiny cabin.
Oh, that's so bad. Were you in there for it?
No.
Yeah. I had to be in there for it because you can't put lav mics on naked people, so I had to be there, and I had to watch like Tori be like, I don't want to go topless for this, and John be like, you're going topless. Get them titties out. This is happening. And she was like, I don't really want to. And then for some reason, like, movie didn't do good.
Dude, the dude made like a 50,000. He spent 50 grand just to see this chick's titties. I guarantee it.
He maxed out multiple credit cards.
He spent a little more than 50 grand.
Whatever he paid. Have you done any films since? What have you been up to since?
Yeah, I wrote Shark Boy and Lava Girl 2. That's coming out soon.
Good one. Good one.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl 3 just got canned, so that's a fucking shame.
No.
Are they that certain it's going to bomb?
No, I think they're that certain that it'll bring everyone out of their houses and into the theater. And like, guys, the pandemic is like...
Right. George Lopez is back in Shark Boy and Lava Girl too.
We did.
Yeah, Danny Trejo was committed from the get too.
Yeah. Oh, he actually called me. Which is the weird thing.
And I'm a PA.
Yeah.
The fact that Jeff Goldblum's in it still blows my mind. But I mean, if you couldn't get Steve Buscemi, I understand.
No, we got Steve. I mean, we got him on the phone for about 5 minutes.
Before he's like, we got to film 9 more seasons of Fargo. So,
well, I mean, it was yeah, no, you're right. My answer's dumb. You're right.
This sounds fishy. I don't know if this is true.
It's not. So what I've actually been doing, I shot some literally right after Girls of Summer. I shot like an indie short film in like a Chicago suburb. And since then, I have not been able to direct anything because directing is fucking expensive.
It can be that.
Yeah. But I worked on VFX for Lock and Key on Netflix.
Oh, nice.
You guys have seen that one?
Badass.
Yeah. Season 2 and 3. And
my ex-fiance loved that show. So I blame you for my ruined marriage.
No problem. Yeah.
No, thanks.
Yeah,
it's a good thing.
Hey, anytime.
The number one cause of divorce was the VFX on Lock and Key.
Look, have to go find someone who's as good as the VFX in Lock and Key.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, we're up for an Emmy for one of those shots. So
Nice. So like it's
Nice.
legitimately
dude, honestly, that was the coolest thing was that, okay, two things I learned working in VFX for a fucking Netflix show. One, VFX is so fucking hardcore and stressful.
Yep.
Yep.
A million people all over the world, all trying to meet the demands of like two people who have to then show it to two other people who are in the room for 5 minutes and get all of it approved and turned around every day.
Nightmare.
Yeah, but everyone who works in VFX is the chillest fucking person on the planet.
You literally have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Are you guys all just medicated? Like, no, yeah, I've got 80 hours of work to do for Tuesday. Fine.
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
also have a prescription for Xanax, so it's cool.
There were a lot of jokes about taking shots on the clock, and I'm fairly certain a lot of those weren't jokes.
Yeah, never done that before, that's for sure.
I literally thought you had a shot glass in your hand for a second.
No, I drink Malorts. I don't do it by the shots. I do it by the medication amounts. Like you're giving a cat medicine. You have to roll it up in a burrito and then inject it in the mouth.
You put it in cheese.
Wait till he meows, and then when he meows, you can get the syringe back there.
Yeah. It's a waiting game.
And he'll hold his breath.
We're also on that Emmy train for Big Today or something like that.
But no, we're not. We're on delusional man who thinks they're going to win an Emmy.
No. What show? There was one show that has won Emmy previously.
Tailgate has legitimately won
Tailgate.
Emmys. Our Football Saturday show, that makes money. But there's a show we do every single day that is just like our main talents podcast, and it's worse than this.
Just a masturbation fest. A big old circle jerk.
I love that you used yourself as the bar for comparison.
Yeah,
I know what
you
I'm
don't
about,
get
son.
Zero experience unless you have a little bit of delusional. I can do this. I'm exactly what media professionals are.
Dude, fucking so much of this shit. First of all, number one thing, especially out here, I don't know if it's the same over there because you guys are in like Chicago area. Yeah?
Chicago.
Fuck yeah.
Where are you at?
I'm in LA right now.
Nice.
No.
So that's your whole apartment behind you then.
No,
3 or 4
actually,
people that like hate LA, but I want to work in movies, so I have to live in this shitty town.
bingo.
I love
Dude.
LA.
Look, when there's no one on the road, which is never, driving in LA is so nice.
Yeah, because you got what PCH or Coastal Highway 1 is what it's technically called.
Yeah, Mulholland also. It's just like trees and mountains. It's fucking gorgeous. It's rolling hills. But then you like turn a corner going 90 on the highway because you're going downhill and you can't fucking stop your car. And suddenly there's like a 90-year-old woman who's just like sitting there on a bird scooter. And you're like, oh, okay, well.
I've just committed a murder. Did you
I'm
just
just gonna
admit
swerve into
to a
the wall.
murder? The name
I
of this
didn't-
podcast episode is I Know What You Did Last Summer, Avery Otten.
I know what you did, Jessica, and it scares me to death.
Nice.
It wasn't. You don't have no.
No, I go to LA like twice a year. I fucking love it out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've done a couple of gigs out there for stand up and whatnot, but I have heard it's better if you visit.
Yeah, that's got to be true. That has to
It's
be.
a little spread out. Is a big issue. You have to have a car.
It's gigantic, and the public transportation is trash.
I need to be able to get home when I'm drunk. I have to take the L.
Yeah,
I could
and-
Yeah,
never
you take a bus.
Well, here's the thing. I just get drunk at home.
Also,
I'll
a good solution.
Yeah, no, I'll just like invite a friend over and then be like, hey, do you want to get hammered and play video games? And it's like, yeah, cool.
Yes,
What else are we
do
gonna do?
I'm tired of scaring Jessica to death. Let's get drunk and play video games.
I'm sick of it.
Oh my god, I'm
You
about to
can't
rent
scare
this
this
fucking
lady.
movie.
You should.
I don't have enough
No.
alcohol or weed in my house.
We should definitely we should do a watch along of Let's Scare Jessica to the Death.
There's nudity.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, now you're
Selling
interested, huh?
the only reason I want to see it.
I didn't know, and we watched it in class.
You watched it in class?
Yeah, John's class.
And what was
Okay, you're
perfect-
gonna. I don't know
Okay,
this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll elaborate. So I had directing 1 and directing 2 at the once great Columbia College Chicago.
Never was it great.
It was okay for like 2 years
True.
compared to what it is now, which is
Mhm.
just a steaming pile of dog
Dumpster
shit.
fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I had directing 1 and directing 2 at Columbia with him as my teacher, and we had like the same people in both of our classes both times. So we all just became friends and like buds with John. So by the second class, we had heard all about like his movies and stuff and seen clips from some of them for examples in class. We were just like, we need to watch Let's Scare Jessica to Death. And he was like, no. And we were like, no, we're watching it. And then we did, and it ruled.
I gotta
Got a
watch this movie.
6.4.
6.4, baby.
Oh my god. Yeah, it looks. I mean, 4 stars, 6.4. Still on Amazon, which I don't believe Girls of Summer is on Amazon anymore.
Oh shit, is it really not?
I was told by Kellen, but I said I don't believe, so he could fact check me.
Is that
no,
I'll let
Blockbuster?
you up, Jamie.
Prime Video. It's free.
Oh,
It's
no.
free. Let's Scare Jessica to Death is $4.
That's awesome.
Oh my God.
That's
I
so
mean,
dope.
It's so free because its main distribution was we just shared the H2 with each other. Is I think how most saw this movie.
That's how Coco got big. You know, the very
Yeah.
minor motion production Coco.
Yeah. I got Coco on half of the DVD.
Coco Trip, yeah, we were trying to do the same thing.
Yeah, really grassroots movement. Disney, if you've ever heard of them.
Did who?
Disney, real small production company run by an anti-Semite, but he does some pretty good work regardless
Oh,
of
the
hating the
anti-Semite
Jews.
part. I know him. Yeah.
I know him from my Reddit groups.
Honestly, Girls of Summer was like a fun production to work on because everybody was like a child except for 2 people.
Yeah.
And then I wish that there were more movies that were like that. But then you watch Girls of Summer and you're like, oh yeah, it's like these people are learning.
It's a good intermediary step.
Yeah. I mean, it's better than, wait, I didn't get paid for that, but I got housing and food.
Yep. That's what you get. And then you just steal from craft services. So it was basically just, you get to live in Michigan for a summer.
No, it was a vacation.
Yeah, you break
a
even.
Weird vacation.
Super
Working
weird.
vacation. Yeah, so in LA, do they have opportunities like that out there as well? Or do you have to do Actors Access or Backpage.com to find those?
Dude, fuck all those websites.
Well, Backpage was a hooker website, but yeah.
That's true.
And nobody caught that. So good joke, Conan.
I'm not versed in hooker culture.
Backpage is back.
Educate yourself.
Sex
Be better.
workers can finally get their names out there. I saw a van that said Backpage is back driving around,
Amazing. Love it.
which might have just been a scam to kidnap people. So maybe I should have called somebody.
Yeah, no, that was the fuck taxi or whatever the hell it is. I forget what it's called.
The Bang Bros, fake taxi.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
Or the
yeah.
bang bus.
I mean, I don't know.
Fuck taxi.
That's what I call the red line. Yeah, local
I would
trains.
every time I walk into class, I would just go, the fuck taxi's here, and buddy, I'm taking passengers. And everybody, no.
And everybody was
And
just
then
like, I don't have exact change. I'm sorry.
You can leave a tip then.
I don't give change. I need exactly $20.
What if I want to leave you a tip? No, gotta be exact change. I don't accept tips.
I give the tips.
Runs as a socialist
I
business
always
model.
say that. And they would think that I meant I was tipping him, like I was making some joke about giving him the tip of my dick, but then I would give him 20% at the end.
Well, but you would do it all in quarters, which was the weird thing.
Yeah.
You would just
Yeah.
fucking chuck quarters at them.
Over the course of the sex, I would surreptitiously slip quarters into you, and then you take a
Yeah.
shower. You're like, oh, he gave me 22%. I must have done a good job.
Nice.
And when luckily in reality, and actually you were on Yelp and you had good reviews. And I think that's because people didn't realize you were honestly you just forgot how many quarters you put in at a certain point.
Yeah. You lose track of the rolls at some point.
Yeah.
I'm down there and I'm like, this doesn't taste enough like metal. I must not have tipped enough yet. And I'm just
Go by taste. That's how you can tell how much you've tipped. That's why you had to stop, though, the national coin shortage. That really was
Oh, damn, man.
really big. Could have taken off if not for that.
You're a big
nobody
fan of
wants to have a credit card swiped through their ass cheeks. Everybody wants a roll of quarters shoved into them.
Well, that's why tap technology has come so far. You can just tap it on there.
Right.
And you're all good now.
It's not even stimulating.
I actually got
Did you guys get the penis chip?
No, I thought about it, but it was cheaper to get my Venmo QR just tattooed right on my Goocher. So
I hope you tattooed it upside down because, when you bend over is when you
I
show
didn't. It was a big mistake. Yeah.
No, they can remove gooch tattoos still. They got replacement gooches.
I want a pin now.
You could always borrow a Dead Guy's Gooch.
I could.
Another good band name, Dead Guy's Gooch.
Oh,
Dead Man's Gooch.
Dead Man's Gooch. I love that.
Dead Man's Gooch tells
movie.
no tales.
Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Gooch. Daddy Jones Gooch looks like.
I'm sorry, it's Daddy Jones, but yeah.
What do you think Daddy Jones Gooch looks like?
Price.
Probably a squid nightmare, if I had to guess.
Probably fairly pruny. It's going to be wet a lot of the time.
Yeah.
True.
Daddy's Gooch opening for wet denim in the chafes.
Oh. Denim in the Chiefs.
Oh, God.
Another one I thought
it's
of.
unhinged.
Oh, absolutely. Another one I thought of the other day was Pumpkin Patch Picnic, but that one's less fun. That's more like
I like that one.
That's
That's
like
awesome.
indie makeout band like Group Love.
Yeah. I was thinking more like if the Teletubbies had another band. I think they have one already.
It's their angsty offshoot when they got a little angsty.
Yeah.
It's
Emo Teletubbies.
What'd you say, Kellen?
It's like when the son is like a toddler now, so there's angst. Zoom fucking sucks for everything.
It just comes back. It's the Teletubbies, but the kid comes in as the son and he's got face tats and the sun goes black. He's just like, fucking pissed.
Hey, the vacuum is, there's something stuck in it. Yeah, I fucked it. What of it? Clean it.
Tinky Winky. Get your dick out of the vacuum.
The amount of times they had to say that in the production of the Teletubbies.
The amount of times we had to say that on Girls of Summer.
Oh, yeah, that's why we're here to talk about that.
This is actually sort of a stealth deposition. This is all legal.
Yeah, tell us more about the nightmarish dreamscape that was. What of Kellen's side did you not? So start from the beginning, because we only have Kellen's side of the story.
What do you want me to say?
How'd you initially find out about the project?
Oh yeah, well I was in John's class and he was like, hey, to a bunch of us, he was like, hey, I'm shooting a movie in like Michigan, Indiana area. Any of you want to come? You'll have housing. It'll be good experience, all this stuff. And given it was good experience.
It was great experience.
Yeah. But that was pretty much it. And I was like, I'm not fucking doing anything this summer. I'll go. So I did.
Classic nepotism.
Yeah.
Columbia, by the way, I was like hem and hawing about maybe I'll sign on, maybe I won't. And then Amber told me like, and it's, it's being produced by Columbia and they're providing all the equipment. And then I get there and I'm like, oh, Columbia College? Fuck.
Yep.
I thought it was Columbia Pictures.
Yeah. That's how they get you. That's why, look, I met somebody like 2 weeks ago who told me, man, you know what I hate about people who went to Columbia College Chicago? Because there's a fucking million of us out here. Was like
everybody gets in.
Yeah, accurate, because they just want your fucking money. But the person was like, the thing I hate about Columbia people is that whenever you ask them where they went, they go, oh, I went to Columbia. And it's like, you didn't go to Columbia. You went to Columbia College Chicago. And I was like, God, if you went to Columbia College Chicago, you'd fucking say you went to Columbia too.
Yeah. Also, if you're in the Midwest and you say Columbia, everybody assumes Columbia College of Chicago. They don't assume whatever the fucking Boston one is or wherever it is.
Is it in New York?
It doesn't matter because I'm not wherever it's from right now.
The only people who care about your Columbia College, not Columbia College Chicago, actual Columbia pedigree, are intelligent people who matter. So fuck them.
Yeah, exactly. And they were all molested in Penn State anyway, so who gives a shit?
No.
And
really, we're still not over that? I figured that'd be fair game.
I wasn't there.
Yeah.
That's a problem. This podcast gets super molesty in the back 20 minutes. So
we're in the back 20 minutes? What time is it?
Who's to say? I lose all track of space and time when I do this fucking podcast.
That's fair enough.
It could have been 5 minutes. It could have been 70 years.
you constantly ask, like, are we done? And it's been 15 minutes.
I ask what time we're at to know if I've got a rally or not.
How long have we been doing this fucker?
Doesn't say.
In 2 years.
Unfortunately. Yeah, we started a little bit after COVID. We started like April.
Yeah.
It started as a COVID project when we had time to do it, and now we just barely make the week schedule.
Fair enough.
That's not bad though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We're owned by Australians, so that's
Really?
always neat to tell people. Yeah,
That's
big in New Zealand and Australia.
If you go to the podcast page in New Zealand, like sometimes we come up. 'Cause apparently,
Guys, that's fucking cool.
On Apple Podcasts. We're getting a bigger fan base that we did not expect, which is like 50-year-olds that I've met once, and we're like, "Oh, you have a podcast? Let me check it out." And they're all like, "I love your podcast." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
like every 50-year-old man needs to just have like talk radio going on around them all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys should do a whole.
How's that laundry going?
Yeah, nobody likes laundry, dude.
Nah.
This episode is brought to you by Downy. Downy, it's laundry detergent, not Down syndrome medication.
Downy.
Anyways.
You can finally eat it, just like Tide Pods. Doesn't look as tasty, but it'll kill you just as well.
You can actually
Eat
drink Downy. I don't know why everybody was eating Tide because that's poisonous. Kids at home, if your mom has Downy, you can drink that, and you should.
Drink it.
Okay.
And you're supposed to run with scissors. That's how you get out of the simulation. We're in the Matrix.
But only if they're really big scissors.
Or just two knives. It's essentially scissors.
That's true. A lot of people don't know.
hold scissors by the blade.
Yeah. It's the most efficient way to cut.
Yeah.
I actually, no shit, as a kid, cut my lip open with scissors because I was a little bit of a smart kid, and I was like, well, this cuts paper. I wonder if it can cut things like my lip. But I'm kind of a dumb enough kid to go like, and that would be bad. So I just sliced a hole in my lip when I was like 8.
I mean, one time
go well?
Actually, I want to know about this. Answer the question.
Wait, what's the question?
Did you have to go to the hospital for it, or did your mom just take you to a psychiatrist?
Yeah, no, directly to a prison psychologist. No, I went to the regular hospital and got stitches, and the doctor was kind of like, he wasn't chewing on the scissors and it happened by mistake. No, he did it on purpose.
Goddamn genius.
And you just went, I don't know, man. It seemed like fun.
I mean, I was right because it did cut my lip. So I did figure stuff out.
Look, you made an experiment.
My hypothesis was correct.
Exactly. The scientific method. That's what we need to take away from this situation.
I did it for science. And if in order for science to work, my parents wouldn't let me eat spaghetti with fork on the fork for the next 5 years, fine. I'll give that up.
Oh my God. I'm imagining that.
I'll never stop imagining it.
Okay, great. Do you have any stupid childhood injuries?
One time I broke my tooth because my dad was yelling at me to ride my bike faster. And the handles just went like full 90 degrees to the side. I went straight over into concrete, and like this tooth is just completely fake.
Badass.
Busted out.
Shit.
Yeah, my
Did your
dad's
dad
great.
feel bad about it afterwards?
Yeah, I mean, I blocked him on everything, so he probably feels real bad about it now.
That was one, right? It's just the tooth thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume that was where the story ends.
Yeah, no, that was it. I have a very low tolerance for bullshit. Well, now I do.
But before, boy, I'd let anybody bust my tooth out of my face.
Yeah, when I was a child, man, I was such a pushover.
When I was a kid, I had anybody in my teeth. Anybody that asked. Be like,
Yeah.
oh,
I
yeah.
did. All right,
Look.
guys. Am I taking a dab? Am I ripping the bonk? What am I doing?
Oh, hell yeah. We're in the last 15 minutes. We usually run out of energy around here anyways.
Fair enough. All right.
Start
Sorry,
falling asleep.
My cable is super short. Just concentrate. Fuck.
I'm going to take this opportunity to blow my nose. Kellen, plug the podcast. Wait, make him plug the podcast. So give him all the information and then try and have him repeat it after he does the dab.
Yeah, no, I'm going to do it like as I'm exhaling the dab.
Yeah, so give him all the info.
Okay, so linktr.ee/itsjustbits is our link tree. That's where you'll find all our links. You can find Connor's comedy. You can find good stuff to donate to. Go there. Our Twitters are at the Connor Ford and at Kellen_Frank. You're going to want to follow us on Patreon because that's the only way to get It's Just Crit, the D&D podcast. And I think that's the main stuff.
Helen, I'm not going to remember fucking any of that. I got the link tree, and that's it.
Well, then do the link tree and make shit up because we're making an ad out of this.
I'm doing it. This was $10 on Amazon.
Fuck yeah. That's the main reason dabs are fun is that you get to use a blowtorch.
Oh, yeah. You get to be a welder for 2 seconds.
And then you do have to be insane for, a couple hours, which I never like, but I go back to the blowtorch.
All right, let's hear this ad.
Okay. So, we're going to link. Linktree.com/allbits. It's just bits.
Keep going. You're nailing it.
On Twitter. Connor Ford, Fixer Repair Daily, Ford Truck, Big Fun on Twitter. Look at my bits on OnlyFans. And we'll catch you on tour. See you in Detroit next weekend.
That was perfect. Oh my God, that was amazing. Oh, that's everything I've ever needed out of an ad.
Immediately.
Oh, yeah, that's our ad now. Congratulations.
Listen to that. Super into it and be like, I want to listen to this show and go to none of the right websites or Twitter accounts.
That's the best thing is that, yeah, it might be funny, fucking unhelpful as hell.
Not helpful though.
Kellen, what are the fucking links? Tell people how to donate too. And also,
we have medical debt and abortion access charities because every time on the podcast we're like, what if Hitler jerked off super weird? And we're like, we need to do something good for people.
I think that's a very good thing to do. People need to know that Hitler probably jerked off really fucking weird.
He probably did jerk off super weird. Yeah.
He pissed all over himself.
I can't imagine he jerked off from the front even. That's giving him too much credit.
He never took the short or those long socks off either.
Those were welded on.
Later, hose.
Yeah, they painted those on when he was a child, and they just stretched to fit.
Fuck yeah. We had a guy on a couple weeks ago. Johnny plays, stream his music, and listen to the episode he's on. But he was
Excellent,
like, "You guys talk about Hitler a lot. What's up with that?"
We're against him.
Yeah, we're anti.
Yeah.
People made a whole podcast about Alex Jones. They don't like Alex Jones.
That's true.
Similar ideals.
Let's talk about this really quick. There's this thing that people say, sorry, had to burp and to cough at the same time because of the fucking, oh, Jesus. Everything's fine, guys.
He's channeling the soul of Alex Jones right now.
Can you see the tears trying to come out of my eyes?
Oh yeah, big time. There's no hiding those.
I could do this. It's like that idea of yeah, if somebody does something shitty, you don't talk about them or tell everybody about it because that just gives them more power. More people are aware of them and they'll agree with them and all that shit. Have you guys ever heard that?
I
No.
get that. I get why I'm like a fan of Alex Jones stylistically. He's obviously a bad person, but I can't stop talking about him. And people get mad at him and say that stuff.
I think if you interpret him as, if you take everything he does, completely obliterate the message, literally, like just hit like the way he moves and says things is one of the funniest fucking things in the world.
It is.
Because he's so batshit that if someone who was actually not a total piece of shit used that in some form of media, I would fuck.
I'd lose my mind. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd do
No, by
that.
the way, that you would watch it because that's me and you're on my podcast. So
Fucking hell.
Welcome to
Guys,
It's Just Bits, motherfucker.
guys, it's great to be here on Only Bits.
I
My
like
favorite
Show Me-
podcast. Hey, look at all the bits here.
Look at all those bits.
look at how they
Show me no, Kellen, show me your bits.
show me your. We were saying that our OnlyFans was going to be called "It's Just Tits" or "It's Just Clits," but "Show Me Your Bits" is definitely what we have to call it.
It's a pretty good one.
Now here's my question. Is it YOUR or is it UR? For you.
Probably you are. We're an internet thing.
Yeah, you guys are kind of mean.
How about
words.
bits are us with the R backwards with an apostrophe?
Ooh, backwards so people know we're cool. We're not
Yeah,
squares.
yeah. But, well, no, fuck that, because that's what Toys R Us does. Flip it upside down, motherfucker.
Oh, now you're thinking.
Kellen,
Where does the
I
apostrophe
want you
go
to
then?
know, you look like you just said something, like, so, that you were so passionate about, I didn't hear a fucking word of it.
Oh, good. I just wanted to be emphatic, like Alex Jones. It just doesn't matter what I'm saying. And I understand that he's going to have to work with goblins when he gets to the White House.
I want to be the Alex Jones of children's toy stores.
No children are
Alex
allowed in the
Jones.
store unless crisis factor.
Alex Jones is already the Alex Jones of children's toy stores.
All
That's
the
true.
kids that didn't die in Sandy Hook because it's fake are coming to my toy store.
Hey, which version of the of the Alex Jones action figure do you guys have? Because I have firefighter Alex Jones, where he stands by a bunch of
nice.
firefighters with his his pants down, his ass is hanging out.
I
The
have,
firefighters
I have
spank him. It's got Alex spanking
It's
action.
actually-
It's really cool.
When you spank him and he goes, "Oh, give me another one."
Yeah.
I have the Kung Fu Grip one where he just makes really racist Chinese noises the entire time.
Nice. Nice.
I keep telling
You
you,
can't
that-
even turn it off.
The best part of that one is that there's literally a dude, like some guy of Asian descent. It's kind of fucked up that they didn't put what his heritage was on the box, like in and of itself. But that's Alex Jones, baby, and he's just
Yeah.
got headphones in. He can't fucking hear him.
He's not listening. He's
Just looking at his
smart not
phone. And Alex still passionate as ever.
to. Red in the face, screaming slurs at this man.
I wonder if we talk about Alex Jones more than we talk about Hitler. I hope we do.
Hey man, call him A, call him B.
I once did a stand-up set that focused very heavily on how aliens were real. And when I got off stage, someone said, "You're like a more approachable version of Alex Jones." And I was just hard the rest of the day. That's exactly.
Oh,
So thank you so fucking much.
I'm fucking glad you said that because I'm hard right now. God damn.
We're all hard.
We're all hard.
Here on It's Just
Hey.
Bits. We're all hard.
In the last 3 minutes of the show, we do the Hard Boy segment where it's the same word, but you just got to get chubbed.
Can I just
Oh,
have
I
a
figured we were solving mysteries.
Can I have a segment? Can I have a segment on this show that just like
Yeah.
First of all, if you guys will have me on this show again, I would
Absolutely.
fucking love to be here. And I live
Absolutely.
in Los Angeles. It fucking sucks.
Well, if we're your suicide prevention hotline, feel free to call in anytime.
No, that's the suicide prevention hotline.
That's
Oh,
Oh
dude,
wait, no.
how funny would it be if you advertised that a number was the suicide prevention hotline, but it was calling like a morning drive time radio station?
Oh my God, they've done that.
Call up and they're like,
Oh
my edge is
no!
passed and I don't know what to do. And they're like, you're on with Dickless and the Fart. Morning drive time to Cincinnati. Please don't put the knife down.
Don't do it. Life is worth living. Just so you can catch us at Randy's Auto Barn this Thursday at 3 p.m.
Thursday.
Randy's.
Feel that.
Auto Parts. Don't kill yourself. Yeah, that's certainly happened. I'm not going to lie to you. That has
Almost
happened.
definitely. Do you know how many fucking edgelords there are on the internet? It's 100% happened.
And all of them have radio shows now. Every single one of them.
Fucking hell, that's true.
All the
What's that dude's name on Porks and Rec? What's he called? Crazy Ira and the Douche.
those guys
I
were
want you. Did anyone notice that I said Porks and Rec? If it wasn't on purpose, but I stand by it.
correct, but they're all pigs.
Oh, I'm thinking of a different one. It's
but they
Porks
all
and-
fuck. They all pork. You were
Yeah.
pitching a segment for our podcast, though. We'd love to have a guest segment.
Yeah. So I want to come on this show randomly, completely unannounced, not to you, but to anyone listening. Fucking hell.
And you better dab before it.
Fuck it, why not? What if it's just dabs? It starts.
It's just dabs.
It starts. You're like, it's just me taking the dab. You just hear the torch, then silence, then and then
That's your intro music.
I don't know.
No,
what the
you need to
something
come
thing
in-
is, but I know
You need to come in with like a 1-minute news blurb. If you could do that exact thing, like literally it starts with you taking a dab, just send us the audio, but the audio starts with you taking a dab, and then you got 60 seconds to do a news blurb through coughing. I'll put that on every week. I'll put that on every fucking week.
Fucking hell, I'll do it.
100%. Absolutely. Will do. Put that in the middle, right near all our plugs. That'd be perfect.
As
Oh, hey.
as you do that, we will put it on the show.
Fucking
No,
hell,
yeah.
I'll do it.
However many you send us. And it just needs to be audio. We don't really do video.
At a certain point, I'll just be ripping dabs all day. I'm like, I got a job to do. I got to hit my boys.
Just
need me.
knock out like 6 or 7 of them. Yeah.
Yeah, only
Smart.
6 or 7.
Get a backlog.
What? Do you guys want number 69? It's like we told you about this yesterday. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I wanted to get to 69.
I did a lot of dabs.
There's been a lot of news, and I feel terrible.
There has been a lot of news, and it's all bad.
That's why I feel terrible. The dab's probably helping.
Hey, did you know you could leave the country? Fun fact, which I'm going to do that. I've been looking at video editing producer positions in like Denmark and shit. And boy, oh boy, do they post their salary right on the front page because they don't fuck around.
Oh,
And they're like, here's
shit,
the
man.
benefits. Here's what we do cover. Here's what we don't cover because it's illegal for them not to tell you and for you to show up to an interview.
America's the LA of the world.
Mhm.
No, that's 100% accurate. This place is a living, breathing nest of capitalism. It's garbage.
Well, it recently stopped breathing, so at least it's on its way out.
That's true.
Dude,
Now it's just decomposing.
I didn't
Oh.
even get fucking loan. My loans didn't get fucking forgiven. I want my 10 grand, Joe.
Joseph Gordon Biden, give me my 10 grand.
Gordon Biden.
Wait, what happened with those? Did you read that article?
No.
Oh my God, that's the first episode of It's Just Dabs. Read that article about the student loans and tell us about it.
All right, well, hold on. I mean, I guess we're doing it now.
Did you already read it?
No, but I'm gonna. Let's see. Oh, Pornhub came up.
Yeah,
What
totally
was-
on accident.
Oh, no, I had it up. What are we talking about? Joe Biden.
The student loan forgiveness thing. He just announced a big thing about that today.
Literally Joe Biden student loans.
I would like to take a moment and thank the HBO show Hacks. If you haven't seen it, holy shit, it is a good show about stand-up comedy. It's real good
Ooh.
if you like that type of stuff. So I mean, they don't need me plugging them, but I like to plug good things on this show, and it is one of the few. If you want some serotonin, There it is.
Can I also plug something?
Yeah.
So we were talking about the suicide hotline earlier. I actually my roommate is one of the lead educators for a charity in Chicago, organization for suicide prevention called Hope for the Day. They fucking rule. They're proactive suicide prevention. They are at tons of events. They help connect people to resources. They do like a bunch of community outreach. These guys fucking rule.
That'll be our donations this week. Sorry, abortions. Doing this now.
Yeah. Take that, women.
It does suck that it's like, oh yeah, here's all our donation links. But every once in a while, we're going to be like, well, you don't donate to abortions anymore because you're donating to suicide prevention, but ouch.
No, but if you guys actually, I don't know where you guys are at in Chicago, but if you go to Wicker Park, Western, Blue Line stop, there's a place called Sip of Hope. It's like a coffee shop. It's fucking rad that they are like co-sponsored with Dark Matter Coffee, from what I'm aware.
Sweet. We should do an episode there. I mean, they won't like what we have to say, but
they might, as long as we don't.
As we don't advocate suicide, I think they'd probably.
Which, I mean, look, it's pretty difficult to advocate suicide, in my opinion.
Everybody who does keeps dying for some reason.
That's why our listener base is so low, because everybody that does commit suicide.
Oh, no.
Real good jokes.
Bro, but first,
tell us about the student loan forgiveness program, buddy.
Hey, everybody. Hold on, I got to do the clean opening. Hey, everybody. I'm Avery. Welcome to It's Just Dabs. How to crawl. Biden's student loan forgiveness. President Joe Biden announced Wednesday his plan to address student loan debt, which includes debt forgiveness for certain borrowers and extending the pandemic-related payment pause. The Biden administration has already canceled, oh my God, my mouth, nearly $32 billion of the $1.6 trillion. Is that fucking real? $1.6 trillion?
Dude, I need your commentary in this every time, too.
That's so fucking fucked up. How is it that much money? God, I'm going with here. So by expanding existing forgiveness programs for public sector workers.
That's bullshit. I'm not public sector.
Public sector workers, disabled borrowers, and students who were defrauded by for-profit colleges.
Yeah, the Phoenix EDU people are getting their money back.
Oh, good for them.
Yeah, I mean, they deserve it.
Here are details. I think I fucking dislocated my jaw. Here are details CNN has learned of Biden's new plan, including how much will be forgiven and who is eligible. I just got to the subject of the article.
Yeah, we're going to need to edit these later.
No, that's it. I think it ends there.
Hell yeah.
Read those news stories and then leave people to find the real story for themselves.
Yeah, I get however far I get.
Amazing.
And when the spirit leaves.
Yeah, that's how she goes, boys. Link tr.ee/bits. You can find some new donation links up in a second here once we get them sent to us. This episode will be out. That's for sure. It'll be out.
It'll be out by a time that I will have taken at least one more dab. So just I wish that was fake.
New weekly contributor, Avery Otten.
Here, boys.
Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe.